Good evening, everybody. It's time for another STRAAT Talks. I have a feeling the force is with us tonight. I'm here in front of the work of Streetart Frankey. I see he's already my dear fellow to the talk. 1 second, everybody. We're here live at the museum, so every now and then something doesn't go so smoothly. But give me 1 second, Frankie. All right, so we're here tonight. It's getting chilly outside, and I'm sure it's also chilly where Frankie is at the moment. He's not in the studio, he's at a special place. And as I mentioned before, the force is with us tonight. Frankie, can you make a request to join us? We're in the corner of the museum, all the way in the back. And there he is.
Hey, good evening, David. How are you doing?
Good evening, Frankie. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm at a super weird location. I'm part of the Amsterdam Light Festival, which is the
Amazing
festival in Amsterdam where we have all the lights everywhere in the canals. And for this year, I made a special one. I'm going to show you right now.
Oh, look at that.
You see it?
Yes, I can see it. I'm not sure if the people at home can see it.
But I've got something extra special. I'm here with a photographer. We're making photos of the thing right now. And we even got some people with a boat. And they're gonna bring us to the object so you can see it. And then I'm going on the...
Show us.
Hi, goedenavond. So, super nice you joined me.
Yeah.
Okay, right now we're sitting on a boat.
With Frankie, it's always something special. So tonight we're staying at a boat.
Okay, and I'm going to the statue right now. So I'm going to show you. I think I'm trying to.
Yeah, we're seeing the red light.
Yeah.
I already announced the force is with us.
Do you see it?
Yes. Can the people see it at home? I see Darth Vader.
It's Darth Vader.
Go, Frankie.
With a...
Amazing. What is he fishing?
He's fishing in the canals, but of course with his lightsaber. So he's got a special name.
Amazing, man.
The name is Darth Fisher. And, yeah, so
beautiful.
Today I was setting this one up.
Yeah.
And, well.
And when did the Amsterdam Light Festival start?
I think it starts at Thursday,
right?
Next week. But they're already preparing everything, and well, I'm gonna ask to. Yeah. So you see it the last time?
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's underneath the Toronto Bridge in Amsterdam.
Okay, the Toronto Bridge.
And when I heard about this bridge, I really thought it looked like some sort of landscape of Transformers. If you look underneath the bridge, it's got like really weird shapes. Awesome. And I thought, whoa, this bridge looks pretty much like an episode from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, it would be really nice to have like a giant Darth Vader fishing, and so I'm gonna ask a little bit more light, and you guys can see me.
Yeah, we can see you. Well, Frankie, I think it's a hell of an introduction to introduce yourself to the audience that we have tonight. I'm live here at the museum. You're live at the Toronto Bridge. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's little bit yeah, not really loud, but maybe I can plug in some ears and then I can hear you guys better.
Just try. I think we here at the museum and at home have some time to wait for you.
Yes.
This is much better.
Now I hear you way better. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So no. This is. Hey, it's all live. So we're just adjusting to the surroundings.
these people helped us with a boat, and they live across the Amstel Hotel, which is super nice location. And if you turn around, then the further I go, you see Darth Vader sitting over there.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, that's super. Thank you so much for helping out.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so this is a bit weird right now. I'm walking in a house of people where I've never been before, so that's funny. I'm going to show these people around. Hello, everybody. We're live at the STRAAT Museum.
Hi, hi, everybody.
These people are going to have dinner, so thank you so much for all the help.
Perfect, man.
Thank you. This is the woman that even came with a pedal board to help me.
Hoi.
Thank you so much for today.
Perfect.
Dankjewel. So
you've been installing this today, Frankie?
Yeah, so today we started with installing the piece. And but as always, when you're working with water and electricity, well, it was a tough cookie, but I'm really glad that it's in such a nice position. What's really good, that if you're walking to the canal, and I'm going to show you right now. So here you have like a viewing point where you can go with the bike or whatever, and you can see him sitting over there. So
amazing.
Really nice view.
Is it already going to shine like through the whole week, or does it start next week, Wednesday?
No, it will shine the whole week, and then it will stay until the 23rd of January. So I think that's a long time. Have the chance to see it, and it's a fun object, and I'm super proud to be part of the Amsterdam Light Festival. And already people are standing in the street watching the.
They're watching us live now, and they already made their way to see it.
Yeah, that might be it. So I think I'm gonna sit down. Well, maybe I'll sit down there. I'm gonna thank my photographer. He helped me out today. Thank you so much. Can you give this to the?
Are they still here?
Yeah.
Zijn ze hier nog?
Ja, staan daar. Nee, oké, geen maar. Oké, David, I'm all there. So.
Yeah, there he is.
Nice.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna check out if I can have some light, then you guys can see me.
Yeah, I can see you. I can at least see the red hat, so that's more than enough for me.
Yeah, so here we are.
So just a little small introduction for the people that don't follow you yet and don't know who this crazy guy with the red hat is in the middle of the streets. This is my friend Streetart Frankey. He is also part of the museum. You can see the Donkey Kong here in the top. I don't know what it is, left or right. And Streetart Frankey, we've known each other for quite some years. And yeah, you're mostly known for your urban interventions, if I say it correctly.
Yeah, correct, for sure.
And yeah, there's a lot to say. I mean, you're the best person to tell your own stories in a very entertaining way. But where shall we kick off? How are you doing?
Well, once again, I'm super proud to have this amazing object standing in front of me right now. It's such a humorous piece. Darth Vader underneath a bridge, fishing with his lightsaber. And I think that's what I like to do most, is creating stuff that gives people a smile on their face. And I've been doing this for around 20 years in the city. And I think the fun thing about Amsterdam or any city is that it's always, things are changing, like things are broken, or there's like a new signs in the street and stuff like that. So there's always like, hey, how did it get there? And then you can always tell a story around it by placing things around it, or if something's broken, fix it in like a complex way. When people are walking down the street saying, who fixed this in such a complex way? And I like that stuff. And and I'm super proud that I have my own page in the Dutch newspaper, the Amsterdam newspaper, Parool.
Yeah.
So every Saturday, they give me the opportunity to give people a smile on their face by putting something in the street, like a Darth Vader with a fishing lightsaber. And yeah, so this is fun.
So this is going to be in the one of Saturday?
not this Saturday, but the Saturday next Saturday, because the Lights Festival starts next Thursday. So they prefer to have it on Saturday. So upcoming Saturday, I still have to make it, and I have to deliver it before tomorrow 3 o'clock. So I think in the morning I'm gonna make something in the Vondelpark, because that's near to my house.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So for people who want to meet Frankie, go to the Vondelpark tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll
And
definitely see me.
check a guy with a red hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, going back to the newspaper at Parool, I will in a moment I will go back to how it all started for you. But for sure, with the Parool, you know, you bring a smile to my face every Saturday.
Thanks.
To start looking again for the latest Frankey piece. And I think you have quite an audience of people that are waiting for the Saturday newspaper to arrive to check where your latest work is, right?
Yeah, that's super amazing. Like people actually going out there to try to find my work, and I like it a lot. I get a lot of response on my Insta, and what I do like is I get response from like people from 8 until 88 or something like that, you know.
Right.
A lot of children. I have even like little children talking about me on school, you know, when you have to talk in front of the class, like a spreekbeurt. I don't know how to call this in English, like a lecture or something, but then for little children. And then sometimes I get a request from a mother like, hey, my daughter is gonna do a
spreekbeurt.
A spreekbeurt, like a lecture about you.
Yeah.
And she would like to know a little bit more about why do you wear a red hat and stuff like that. And like, whoa, this is
awesome.
So amazing that children and also I have this funny thing that every Saturday morning I get a picture from like an older woman with her granddaughter, and there's always at the spot where the new piece is, and if it's still there, they put like thumbs up, and if it's gone, they have like that thumbs down. And like,
because that also happens, right?
Yeah, of course, sometimes. But it's because I try to be really gentle to Amsterdam, so I don't use spray cans. I try to create stuff that is actually, when you take it away, it doesn't damage anything. So I work a lot with tape, which is super nice. If you ever need tape, you can call the guys from 3M saying, hey, I'm a street artist and I want to know about your tapes. And 3M, they have like for all materials, concrete, whatever. And then you get a box with all these tapes. So you can do a lot with tape, but also with tie wraps and metal wire and stuff like that. But because it's so easy to take it away, people actually take it away. And sometimes it even ends up at Marktplaats, which is some sort of the Dutch eBay. Which I think is also funny, because an object without its environment, 9 out of 10 times, it's not really funny. But
it doesn't make any sense anymore.
No, but still, I think that's funny. If people think that's a joke,
I think it's all part of making your work in the streets. Sometimes it stays for some time, and sometimes it's gone the same day.
True.
At least the same Saturday when you announce where it is.
Yeah.
And maybe even sometimes it's gone before the Saturday. I'm not sure, but.
But also like the municipality, they have to take away objects, of course, because street art, I think it's still part of making the environment dirty. So you even get penalties when you create stuff. But then I
love the story about
I need to tell this, because you have like people working for the municipality, which are, of course, they're just doing their job. So when they take it away, no hard feelings. But there's this one car driving around in Amsterdam, and in the above the steering wheel,
the dashboard,
there's like a lot of things that I created, but that like this guy from the municipality, they take it away, but they put it in front of the dashboard, like they're not throwing it away. So they see it does have some sort of value, and then they keep it over there. So I have a driving museum in Amsterdam supported by the municipality. So I think that's
awesome. They have their own trophies.
yeah. Yeah, but
right?
I think
Yeah,
that's also funny. And once
yeah,
again, I think the stuff that I'm trying to do is just to create a smile on a lot of people's faces, and even sometimes it creates a smile on my face when I see this guy driving around with some old pieces of mine. I'm like, rock
yeah,
on! You didn't throw
yeah,
it away; you
yeah.
kept it.
It's definitely amazing. And
Yeah, it's
if
funny.
you're interested in hearing more about Streetart Frankie, for sure, uh, ask him to give a lecture, because you can talk about it for hours, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And every story is as interesting as the next one.
Thanks.
And bringing a smile to the faces of your audience is well, for sure, because of all the smart ways of putting your work, and the enthusiasm, your happy face that you show whenever you talk about it. So I think
Yeah,
that's a really good combination of the work that you do. Um, if you bring us back to a little bit of the beginning, because I remember that you sat here in the office 5 years ago telling about your urban interventions for the first time to me, and the rest of the team back then. And back then you were, it felt like more in the beginning phase of your urban interventions. You already had a couple rounds, but how did it start for you?
yeah, true. Well, of course, I started when I was really young. It started with having a father that was an inventor, designer. So we had a workshop. So we were taught how to create our own toys and stuff like that. And then when I was in high school, I liked drawing and creating stuff. And then, of course, I got in touch with graffiti because I was also
Right.
into hip hop. But graffiti is like, it's difficult. And it wasn't really I wasn't really good at it. But I
Mm-hmm.
studied industrial product design. So I became better in creating three-dimensional pieces. Um,
Right.
but then I think during studies, the book War and Peace by Banksy had hit me, and I really enjoyed the book.
Right.
Of course, the stencil art and stuff, but also that a lot of these pieces, they had a lot of humor in it. Of course, he also has a lot of time a serious message, but there were
Yeah.
also some stuff that I
Yeah. Not
really
always.
no. Sometimes it's just a good laugh, and I thought, whoa, this is fresh. So um, after reading the book, I think 2001 or something, I also started. But first, also with stencils, and then I did stickers, and well, I did it for a couple of years, like, but not on a regular base. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it all started in 2010 or 11, maybe. There was like they were making the North-South line in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
the metro line, and
Yeah.
there's a roundabout, a big one between Squee, and there was like a steaming box, but like huge, like 5 by 5 by 10 meters. Like I think it was from the heat of the drilling, it came out of
Mm-hmm.
that position. So a lot of steam, and I thought, whoa, this looks like a sauna. So one day I placed a mannequin on top of that thing on a wooden bench and a wooden basket. So it looked like a sauna. And the guy had it was a naked mannequin, but he had like a white towel on his head and a white towel and a sleeve around his middle. And but
Yeah.
then a lot of people started calling like, "Whoa, there's a naked guy sitting on top of this
Yeah. The
installation." And
steaming. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so the police, they thought, "Whoa, naked guy." So they went to the installation. Of course, they took it away. But it was a funny thing that this mannequin, I placed it in a position like he was bending in the sauna with his arms on his knees, but
Yeah.
it was kind of a big object, so the policeman couldn't get it in uh, the back door of the car. He wanted to put it in the car, but it didn't fit. So he was like trying to fit it in, a bit, maybe a bit clumsy, but somebody recorded this with an iPhone. I don't know iPhone, but it was recorded, and then it ended up on Dumpert, some sort of nine
Yeah.
gag site, and people were having a laugh. And then they were checking who did this, who's the artist, and I was like, oh shit. I
You're
never told
funked.
anybody that I was it, so, because I thought, oh, then you get penalties and stuff. But then 8 months later, I got a phone call from a friend of mine saying, hey, this mannequin of yours, they're selling it at an auction in Amsterdam. I'm like, what? But it's true. Everything that's found in Amsterdam on the street that has a value, they sell it at an auction if it's not picked up by anybody. So I went
Yeah.
to the auction. I bought the sauna man again without saying that it was my mannequin, and then I placed it up at the same steaming box like the same night. and then
Right.
it really became like big news. And it was, I think, first it was NOS headlines, and then it even hit NBC Today, and that was like, whoa, mental. But still,
Can you imagine?
my name was never, and wasn't mentioned anywhere because nobody knew I did it. But then after a couple of hours, my name was everywhere because I paid with a credit card, a debit card, at the auction, and like, and then I got exposed, and then I did some stuff, but I think it really kicked off when a Parool liked the stuff that I was doing in the city, and he asked me, "Hey, can you do this on a weekly basis?" And then I thought, "Whoa, that's nice. Yeah, I can try." And so I started like 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago, on a weekly basis, and I started with having an Instagram channel. And
that's going fast as well, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but I got like serious lot of people that follow this stuff, and a lot of reactions through the newspaper, like a lot of enthusiastic reactions. And I also see it in the city. If I'm wearing this red hat, a lot of people say, "Hey,
People
Frankey."
know.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. If I don't wear the red hat, it's like, who's this guy? But I can decide still a little bit what to do.
I have no idea what's underneath your red hat. I only see you with
just this curly stuff.
Yeah.
But that's fun.
Yeah, no, but and what drew you to put the works outside? I mean, to create a smile on the faces, but like most of the time, you don't see the smiles on the faces because you're not there.
No, but I think it started with just drawing a smile on my own face. I was like I mentioned, I was studying industrial product design at the Technical University, which is a great study, but it really focuses on creating a functional design, like making it really functional. And I thought, whoa, there's not a lot of humor in the products. And then I thought, shit, I want to create humor in products. So, but to create a product, I created a lot of products. I had a microwave with a Lamborghini door, instead of a door that goes open like that, it had a door that goes open like that. So, but to create a product like that, it takes a lot of time, and then you're like sometimes frustrated that you're not productive enough. But then once again, the book of Banksy, it hit me, and I thought, whoa, this guy's super productive. And then at the end of the book, there's a page, and he explains how to do stencil art. And I think you see his old workspace or something, and on the floor there's cardboard and some knives, and there's an old desk, and there's not materials that you think, oh, these are super expensive. All the materials you can buy for a couple of euros. And I thought, so he created all the stuff. He's super productive, and it shows so much fun. And I thought, well, I need to do this myself as well. And so I started off, like I mentioned, with stencils and with stickers, but then I found more joy in the three-dimensional thing. And a lot of these things, when I place them myself there, and when I see them with my own eyes, I think like, shit, it really looks good. Right now I'm looking at Darth Vader, and I drew it on paper.
Like there are a lot of people that have no idea why you're in the streets.
So if you see this red line over there, so I can try to walk.
We saw. Oh, okay, yeah.
So because it's really nearby, but like, okay, so I made a sketch of Darth Vader sitting with a fishing pole, but when I see it, you see it.
We can see it. We can see it double.
Yeah, like it's giving you. I like that a lot. It's giving a reflection in the water. So it's even better than I drew it on paper. And that sometimes happens when you have an idea like, whoa, I'm gonna create Darth Fisher with a fishing pole. This is gonna look super nice. And then when you see it in real, it's like, I think it's even better. Of course, with the shiny black water underneath it, it looks, and that's
very powerful.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, of course, about creating that. When you see it coming to life in 3D, you're like, oh, and sometimes it's not as good as you thought it would be. So, but then you will always learn from it. Like, okay, next time I know that stuff don't work.
Well,
adjust it again.
Well, for me, like, and also a lot of people that are watching don't know this, but for me, it all started with street art photography.
Yeah.
I'm always walking the streets looking for the little new treasures in the streets, and like especially the installations and the interventions, the urban interventions as you call it, that you're making are like a joy to look for, you know. I mean, they're like hidden treasures in the streets, and well, you make it a little bit more, a little bit easier because you also add the street name and the location
But
to your
still, you need to
post.
search. Some streets are
But
long in
still, you need
Amsterdam.
to, yeah,
That's good.
the little train tunnel. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
to look for quite some time.
yeah.
Sorry for the people at home that have no idea what I'm talking about, but
No, but that's funny.
um,
But that's a cool thing that people actually look good at the city, and they also discover other things. Because Amsterdam has so many beautiful hidden gems. So if you
yeah,
walk on the street and you just look up a little bit, because there's so many beautiful ornaments and stuff like that in all these buildings. So it's
yeah,
good that people take a good look at the buildings. When they try to find
I
my
think so
work,
too.
they will definitely see some other great stuff that the city has to offer. So it's a
Yeah,
win-win-win situation.
yeah, I think so too. I mean, I use you as an example a lot when I try to explain to people to go out more and to see what's there in the streets. For me, it's a reason to go on city trips to different cities.
For sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
you see so much more when you just walk the streets instead of taking a cab or whatever.
Yeah.
And every corner in in big cities, every corner you can see something new, and you're adding a bit of beauty to that. If it stays for some time or it's gone the same day, it's a gift. I think what you do.
Well,
Um
thanks. But the cool thing about it, of course, is if you do this quite often, then you also get like assignments. The
right.
same like you guys asked me to to create something in a
Yeah.
museum. It's like it's
Yeah.
super
Well.
nice, and you're sitting in front of it. That's also really good.
Yeah. It's a
Uh,
bit difficult to see maybe also for the people at home.
all the stuff that
Uh,
I'm making, you
yeah,
need to go to the museum to actually see it because it
right.
doesn't work like. But I can explain what it is. When I first entered the room like 5 years ago, it's a
Mm.
big shipping wharf, and everybody that's watching and didn't go there because it's monumental. It's super awesome size, and you have like yeah, and you can never see this on camera how big it is.
No,
It's
you have
they
no
used to
idea.
build ships in this wharf, but giant ships, and now it's like the mecca of street art. So, but when I first entered the hall, it's got like all these metal beams, but really big ones. It's like a
Right.
level of metal beams. So when I walked in, I thought, whoa, this looks like the old Donkey Kong game, because
Yeah.
the the details with all the huge metal bolts and stuff like that. I thought, yeah, this looks like a King Kong level. And then I thought, yeah, let's put King Kong in there. And King Kong actually behind Daft is pretty
Yeah.
big, but
It's quite big.
because of the
It's
size
yeah.
of this hall, it's like it's really tiny, which I think
Yeah.
is super nice because now it is once again some sort of hidden gem. You need to check
It
really
is.
good in the wharf where it's at, which I
And
think is
people
also super
actually
nice.
miss it, eh? People
Yeah,
actually miss it.
which is
Yeah, but and it's oh sorry. Yeah,
no,
continue.
that's super cool because then they have a reason to get back. But I think that's always a good thing if a museum also got some place that you need to discover. Like, whoa, oh, over there is
Yeah.
another thing. I think I'm super happy that it's over there.
Well, I mean, we discussed different ideas, and I think it's good that you're going to bigger installations, especially for this huge place. Like the smaller interventions, you will just miss them. And even this one, I think it's 1 meter high, right?
I think it's 120 even, but
Oh yeah.
but it
Well,
looks
it's huge,
yeah
and it's very tiny in this place.
yeah that's good. But
And
yeah,
it's part of the treasure hunt for the kids that is available. And one of the questions in the treasure hunt is to find your work
wow,
and where it is. Yeah,
yeah, that's
and
super nice.
it's funny because if I do tours here, it's at the turning point in the museum. So you go all the way from the entrance to here and then go back. And when I turn around the corner, everybody's, hey, I know that guy. It's Frankey. Yeah. It's Frankey from the Parool. So
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
mean, it's a great add to the museum, and
I'm super.
we're very happy with it. Well, you're part of the catalog that I'm going
Yeah,
to
I'm
give
super
you this Friday.
super proud of that one as well. So I'm proud to be part of the biggest street art museum we have in Europe, but
Yeah,
I'm also proud that you mentioned
are you still there?
there
Yeah,
was a bug. Are you still there?
yeah,
I'm sorry
yeah.
about that.
You looked
I'm
frightened, but
yeah, I thought it was gone. No, I'm super proud that you guys put up
again, we're still seeing you.
for some reason. Do you still hear me? If I
Yeah,
because
we can see
the
you and hear you while
oh
you're
the
looking at your camera
yeah the
to
frame
check what's going
freezes.
on.
Okay, so I'm not gonna check that one anymore. But yeah, that I'm part of a catalog with all the work of these giants that you have at your museum, and that I'm the first one to receive the book on Friday.
Right?
I'm humbled and excited about that one. So, and I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it too. Yeah, you seem to have some difficulties. Now you're back. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no worries. We're still here
It's all
with
live.
plenty of people, and we're enjoying the stories that you have.
And right
So
now on my
I know
shoulder,
it.
I have the Darth Vader, like really small.
Yeah,
You
and
can see.
again, people are just tuning in and they have no idea what they see. But we're at the Toronto Bridge in Amsterdam, Toronto, right?
Yeah, it's a Toronto Bridge,
Yeah.
right? And if you look really close, you have a red beam, but the red beam is part of Darth Vader. It is a fishing pole, but it looks like a
Lightsaber.
lightsaber from Darth Saber.
Yeah.
So it's the name of this object is Darth Fisher because it's Darth Vader fishing with his lightsaber. It's as
Right.
simple as that. And I did it
Yeah.
because the Toronto Bridge looks like an episode of Star Wars with all the triangle shapes and stuff like that. I thought, whoa, this already looks like a bit like a futuristic bridge, and it might use some.
They're actually tuning in the Amsterdam Light Festival.
Really?
Yeah.
Right now,
Hi
live from
there.
the Amsterdam Light Festival at the Toronto Bridge. Yeah, it's super
Awesome.
nice. And I'm once
Yeah.
again also really proud to be part of the Amsterdam Light Festival and that I have, yeah, this amazing
Frankie
object
already
standing there.
mentioned before. Yeah.
Yeah. But
It's
it's nice.
true. It's not. He's not lying. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but what you just mentioned, like it's really easy for you the idea, but yeah, for most people, at least for me, they're very clever interventions that you put in the streets. How do you get inspired by hey, Mike? How do you get inspired to put the works in the streets? Do you walk around? Do you cycle?
Yeah, that's always a difficult question. I think that I really look good at stuff, and if something changes on the street, I see this quite fast. Like if in my street somebody has a new doorbell or something, I noticed it. Like, hey, well, he's got a new doorbell. My girlfriend's always saying, "What?
Right.
What?" So I think, but I like looking at like lines and grids and stuff like that. And then if something's missing in the grid, I think that's interesting. Like, hey, it's not complete. Like there's something missing, and then I noticed it, and then if I notice it a couple of times, then I think, okay, I need to do something with this
Yeah.
thing because I've been seeing this so often. But for instance, this bridge, I think I got a lot of things from my youth. I was a huge Transformer Star Wars fan. So when the people of the Amsterdam Light Festival, they asked me to come up with something for this bridge behind me, and I thought, whoa, this bridge, if yeah, you can't see them really good, but the pillars the bridge is standing on, they look
Mm-hmm.
like the feet from an at-at. You know, the at-at, it's at Star Wars, the big one with the 4 legs that walks. And I thought,
Oh yeah,
wow,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a giant at-at. So the only thing you need to do is put a face of an at-at on there. But the face of an at-at
Right.
on this bridge would be like 3 by 4 meters or something like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't possible. But then I thought, okay, so it needs to be a little bit smaller, but still it looks like Star Wars. And then there was some guy fishing over here. And then I thought, well, what if the people from Star Wars would also fish. I never saw them fishing in their in their movies or whatever. And I thought, well, maybe they would have some sort of lightsaber fishing.
Yeah,
And when
well,
I had it in my head, I thought, oh, this is funny. Yeah, let's do it. And I think
but
it
it's
all
amazing to hear
started that fast.
your thoughts. It's amazing for us to have a little bit of an insight in that. And well, every time it's a joy to 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 discover your works. I mean, for me, the first time that I discovered your work, I don't remember the street name, but with the missing houses,
Oh
the
yeah,
missing
yeah.
house numbers. So, what's the street?
It's the STRAAT, and it was
Right.
funny because I was having a coffee with my girlfriend on a bench in front of a shop, and
Yeah.
then I saw that the shop was at number 70, and then at the other end of the bench, really near your head, there was number 54, and I was like, eh? What's this? Because we have in Amsterdam all the streets, all the houses go by to change two, so it's two. So there were 7 houses missing. I was like, hey, where are these 7 houses? But then the funny thing was there was a gap next to the bench, like between the houses. They weren't next. So I thought maybe. So I checked in the gap to see maybe if there was a a square behind it. Even though I didn't know there was a square, I was like, no, it's not. And then I thought, okay, I need to fix this one. But because there was a gap, I thought it would be funny to place 7 houses there and to actually give them numbers like 56, 58, 50, until the street was once again fixed. So I hope that one day somebody would sit on the bench saying, hey, it's number 70, hey, it's number 54, where are these 7 houses? And he would do the same, like checking again. There they are.
There they are. I thought that was very impressive.
Yeah, it was a funny one. And,
yeah.
But I think once again it starts with just looking around a little bit. Like if you're sitting on a bench, just checking out what you're seeing in front of you, and there's already, because there's a lot of things in the city like letters and signs, and there's everywhere there's things on the street, and I always ask myself, what are all these signs saying, and who draw this, and what could it also mean if you don't speak our language and you only see the sign without a language underneath it? What's this object? And I think then if you start looking at things like that, well, at least it gives you a good laugh for yourself, and if you create them in the world, sometimes you give a good laugh to some people around you.
I do think if you look at your surroundings in that way, it's a happy life to create to create smiles on other faces and to create a smile on your own face. That's a good way of approaching life, my friend. So that's
thanks.
Keep doing what you do, and well, thanks for showing that one. It's good to have a little bit of an insight in what you're doing outside
Exactly.
for the Light Festival. Any plans or any projects where you are working on that you already can share with us, or is it all still a big secret?
No, of course not. No, of course, every week the Parool, and I'm also really proud that the newspaper gave me the opportunity to show my work every week and hopefully create a lot of smiles to people who are not on the internet or whatever, and just still have a newspaper and check it out. And I think that's a fresh thing from the newspaper. But on the other hand, I'm asked by the city of Heerlen, which is a city in the south, which is a cool city because they're investing a lot in street art. I think they have the most murals we have in the Netherlands. I'm not sure, but they invest a lot.
Must be.
And cool stuff, good stuff. And they asked me to come up with an idea. They're opening a new mine museum because Heerlen used to be the city of all the mines in the Netherlands, but they were closed down all of a sudden. And then, so it's a bit of a sore point because a lot of people didn't have jobs. Like 60,000 people, they lost their job in one day because the mines closed down. But right now they're making a museum for the to give this mine history a place in the city. But there's a big square in front of it, and I'm asked to create an object over there. And
awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of a big object. It's it really goes around the square, and it's going to be quite big. I think it's my biggest installation so far, and so I'm looking forward to that one. And I think it will be like in March or something. It needs to be finished. So that's
Right.
one that I'm really looking forward to. And I'm also creating a really big one in Amsterdam, but I'm not allowed to say
Okay.
that
Oh,
yet.
you're not allowed to say it.
But
Too
already
bad.
it's gonna be in Amsterdam, so it's
Right. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, we already know where to look.
yeah. So, but that's
Right.
I think end of the next year.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's still a bit further in the future. And you
Yes.
just released a print, or can I? Yeah, not sure
Yeah.
if you
Well,
announced that already.
well,
It was it.
well. I'm releasing a couple of prints. One
Right.
I always like. Um, how do you call them, slides, but in different
Yeah.
positions. So I think it started with when you're at a mountain, you can slide on a mountain. But then I thought it would be nice to have a slide on a mountain, just a normal like a thing you have at a swimming park, and then you go to the
Yeah.
slide, and then the slide stops, and then you have to slide on the snow, and then there's a new slide you can slide into that one, and you go in a tube once
Right.
again. And I thought this would be so funny if you would see this on a mountain. And then I
Yeah.
started drawing slides just in weird positions, like if you have a helicopter, like a giant one, and there's like this big slide underneath it, and then this helicopter, it could take you to the ocean, and you were sitting in the back, like, okay, you're good to go, and then you could slide. You end up in the ocean underneath the helicopter with a slide, and of course, this is stuff that will never be made. But the cool thing
Yeah.
about paper is you can just draw it, and people will understand the joke. And so
Right.
I made
Yeah.
some safe screen prints about that one. But I'm also going to make a screen print out of this one because I think it
Awesome.
looks super nice, and
Yeah.
and I hope that a lot of people are going to check it out because I think it's one of the best things I've done so far.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask you, and of course that's going to be a difficult question, but what's your favorite work until now?
From all of the stuff that I made myself or in the world.
Yeah. No. Your own stuff.
Well, I think, of course, I'm super proud that I was able to create a piece on Paradiso, which is our biggest concert hall, and it's like
Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
know which one you mean.
musical mecca. And I was asked to create a street art, yeah, on the building of Paradiso, which is like it's a holy music hall in Amsterdam, and I'm like,
Yeah.
shoo. But then I had a discussion with everybody from Paradiso, and they explained that Paradiso, it has there's a lot of people living around Paradiso that don't
Mm.
like the noise that Paradiso sometimes produces, and they want
Right.
to close down Paradiso. And Paradiso, they have like they rent the place, so every now
Okay.
and then it's possible that Paradiso will lose
We'll close.
yeah, will close, and then I'm like, whoa, this can't be possible. Paradiso closing down. So when I heard the story, I thought, okay, no. So we need to have people standing in front of the door with machine guns, or these knights, or like Greenpeace people that maybe have like changed and knocked themselves to the building, like we're not leaving. But then I thought, no, it's not funny, and it's not positive. But then we had a mayor in Amsterdam. He died, unfortunately, but it was
Yeah.
Ewout van der Laan, and he was a super cool mayor, and he was really down with all the creative stuff and art, and he went to Paradiso quite often, and he's really beloved in Amsterdam. And I thought, okay,
Mm.
if Van der Laan would sit above the door of the Paradiso, like with a little smile on his face, like, hey, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You can't take this place. I'm leaving. You're not getting me out of here. And he's like leaning with his arm back, like, okay, you can't touch me. I'm like, I'm sitting here, and yeah. So I discussed this with Paradiso, like he's like the Eberhard guard, like he's guarding the place, and they like the idea, and his wife, she liked the idea, and even with the little smile, like whatever, you're
Yeah.
not taking. And so yeah, so I got the opportunity to make this sculpture out of bronze, and it's been sitting there for a couple of years. So I go to Paradiso a lot, and every time when I enter the door, I'm like, yeah, you
Yeah.
go,
That's it.
you saved the place, right on. And so
It's a
that's,
beautiful tribute.
yeah, I was really really nice to be able to create that one, and I think that's a lot of people do like it. And Yeah, I think that's a nice one. But the other one that I really like is just near my street where you have the Overtoom
Yeah.
and you have the Stag. And it's a really old one, but it looks so good that you don't really see it that simple. There's like this, some sort of, yeah, it's hard to explain. That there's a brick wall, and at the brick wall there's like a white thing, and the white thing looks like a Roman building or something. But for some reason the roof is missing, which is also like a Roman sign thing. But because the roof is missing, I'm like, well, where did the roof go? So I made the roof myself, like in the same material, same shape, and then I have like Playmobil, like this big crane, and the crane is standing next to the building, and it holds the complete roof. And there's like one guy, a Playmobil guy, standing at the roof doing like this, like, hey, tear it down, tear it down.
Oh, wow. Okay,
It
cool.
is, and it's really huge. Like the crane is like, I think 2 meters high, and the roof part is huge. But
Really?
but because the roof part looks the same, like the thing that's underneath it, you think, oh, it's one thing. But I only created the roof thing. So I think that's a funny one. I don't think that everybody noticed what's going on with that one. So it's been there for 5 or 6 years, and
That's awesome.
always when I
that's amazing.
It's above Stag, the supermarket. So if you go to Stag at the Overtoom, you can
For
see
the people watching at home, go to stuff. Watch it yourself. Yeah, well, perfect. Well, I think I'm not sure how you're temperature wise how you're doing, but
I have
I'm
a
very
warm
happy.
bean, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm very happy that we had this chat.
Same.
I'm very happy that you're part of the museum. Very happy that you're coming this Friday to receive the first catalog in person.
I'm looking forward.
I would like to advise to everybody watching this right now or at a later moment to go check out the work that we can see in the back. It's once again Darth Vader fishing. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, my friend. Thanks for all the passion.
Thanks. Super nice.
In this chat and all the chats that we already had in the past. Keep doing what you do. Thanks for showing us your newest work in the streets. And I will see you Friday.
For sure. Thanks for the support. I'm looking forward to Friday, and keep up the good stuff. And everybody that didn't go to the STRAAT Museum so far yet, go there. It's a need to go place.
Perfect.
So check it out.
You should do it.
After that one, drive to this one. Check it out on the street. And but I'll see you on Friday, David. I'm looking forward to the book. Thanks
later, my
again.
man.
See you later.
Have a great evening, and thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.